Hi there, Chris Kellett from 123 Muse here. Now we're going to take a look at the Jolli Slider, which is a design widget from 123 Muse. And when you've installed the pack, you'll see in your libraries palette here that we have three versions. We have a desktop, tablet, and phone. Now they all operate the same way, so we'll drag the desktop version on. And you can see that this slider is just built out of a composition widget. So if we preview it, we can see here we have our slides going back and forth. We have our little dots here that change color. And in the content itself, which is all selectable, we have this call to action button here. So let's take a look at how it's put together. Well, first of all, in the composition settings, if we switch the light box off, we'll see that we just are left with the three triggers. So these are used to create the dots at the bottom, the navigation dots. Then we have our left and right menus here, and we've got them set to on click. And we've got the widget itself set to horizontal transition and stacked. And you can see all of the other settings that we've got here. Inside the composition widget, we have a text block, which is fully editable in Muse, and we have a button here that's dropped into the text. So what we've done is we've clicked in with that cursor and then copied and pasted that button into this area, and you can see that that is just a part of the composition here as well. So let's take a look at changing some of the various parts of it. If we go into our graphic styles, we can see that when this widget was dragged onto the page, it also dragged in the graphic styles to do with this widget. So if we select this button here, we can see that this is the slider right nav, and we've got the slider right nav on and off. So that applies to the different colors here. We have our frame itself, which has nothing applied to it because we just want a background image. We can see that we're using a background image fill here, and we've got it set to top right. Then with our buttons here, we have our button on and off, and we have our dot on and off. And then in our paragraph styles, we have this headline text here, slider headline, we have a slider subtext, and then we have the button text. So these are all completely configurable items within Muse itself. Now, let's go ahead and go to the tablet view. So let's create a tablet page, and we're going to take to create a phone page as well. So if we go into tablet here, and we'll go back to our library, and let's grab the tablet version of this, and we can drag it onto the page here and see that this is designed to fit perfectly in the tablet layout. And again in the phone layout, if we go ahead and we go into our library here and select phone, we can see that the layout is different, but it's set to work in a mobile scenario as well. So that means that we have a menu type for all three different device types. And if we wanted to change some of the settings, we could either go to our swatches here, and we've got our color swatches here. So let's go ahead and change this color. So go to our swatch options, and let's change this for, let's pick up on this light blue here instead. So we're going to click OK on there, and you can see that our button color has changed. Let's go ahead and change this to, let's say, for instance, let's go for a red. Click OK, and we can see that everywhere that color has been used has now changed. So it's really easy to change the colors just using the swatches panel. Likewise with images, we could just choose an image here, and we could change out the image for something else. So this is a really simple widget to use. It's built on the composition widget, and very straightforward. If you wanted to add a new slide, if we click on the widget itself and click on excuse me, if you want to click down here, and just click a new, so I've just clicked on a new trigger, then what it'll do is create a new slide in there. It positions the dot in the correct place, and we would just change that background image, and we could just go back to our content here, copy it, go back into our slide, click edit, paste in place, and it'll paste the content exactly in the same place as the other text areas. So very easy widget to use, and great if you're just starting out in Muse. If you dissect the way that this has been put together, then maybe you can build your own sliders too. We have a good article on how this slider was built in our tutorial section that you might want to take a look at, and thanks for watching.